All right, welcome back to Dancing with the Odds. It is February 7th, 2025. I am Dennis Tresca. I'm here one more time with my fellow Red Dads, Aaron Patterson, Shaun Thompson. What's up, guys?
Hey.
All right.
It's good to be
Thank
back.
you for joining us. Yeah, it's good to be back. We've not done this in a while.
When was the last time?
I think so. I did like a mini episode the beginning of December, but the last time the three of us were together, I think was November. So it might have been.
I think it was pre-Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, because the holidays hit, and that's what screwed everything.
Yeah.
Screwed it, and then we all kind of got busy with work and travel, and then the dance nationals. The last year.
Yep.
It's just been crazy for all three of us to try to get together. So, which sucks because all the playoffs were happening, college and NFL, and to come together and make any bets. But that's okay because we still, although we are not doing very good with the money, we still have one more chance to get to $10,000. We're gonna do it. But before we start talking, guys, users, listen to me. I'm in IT, so I say listeners, smash that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest on our exciting journey, which
here
is coming to an end, but it's gonna end awesomely.
I hope. Oh man,
because what's left? This is Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah. It's a big game.
Bowl. Yeah.
Boy, and do we have something cooked up for you.
I think one of our
users
did quite a Hail Mary play that we're going to talk about today. It's going to be awesome. So, all right, I want to throw something out because we haven't been together talking in a while, and I just want to remind everyone, the store's still online. The store's still live. You can buy some swag. Go out there, buy our shit.
Buy our shit. Yeah. It's quality shit, too. I have a lot of our shit. Yeah,
we should all be wearing our shit right now. Now that I think about it, but whatever. We're our own worst enemies sometimes. We are at 58 subscribers, so 100 was our goal this year. We didn't get there.
That's fine. Halfway there.
I love it. You're just optimistic. We have till Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So come on, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Look down.
If our Hail Mary parlay starts to hit and we start,
everyone's gonna.
I bet we're gonna start following.
There's gonna be some traction.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So
58
amazing. Subscribers there. I kind of wanted to just give like a heads up where we're at with the season records. We were tracking this year. I somehow beat you guys.
Yeah, you did great, man.
32-28. Only 4 wins over losses, but Shaun, 25-32. I feel like you were kicking our ass at the beginning of the year.
I was.
And then just kind of started trending down. And Aaron, you were 500.
500.
32-32. Take it.
Yeah.
That's Hall of Fame right there in MLB.
I just do what I do.
Immense Hall of Fame. 500. Oh, my God.
And we weren't too bad. 24 for 30. That's not terrible.
24 and 30, not 24.
That'd be nice.
We'd probably be at 10K right now.
Yeah,
easy. 24 and 30, which, again, if you look first few weeks of the season, we didn't win anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So we really started winning again, but ended up not doing great right there at the end.
I think it was right when we decided to kind of just hit the straight bets.
The straights.
That's when it started clicking.
And then we got a little crazy again at the end. And,
we did.
Because we had
to make up for some lost time.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. That's okay, because
it happens.
Shaun is going to bring us to the promised land. It's going to happen, but not yet. Not yet, listeners. We're not there yet.
There.
You don't get to hear about our sweet parlay yet. I do
hold on tight.
Yes, it's coming. That's what she said. Wait, why would she say that? Anyways, Bowl Mania winner. Okay, so we had a winner.
Yeah. You're out there. Who are you?
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Rakija Brown, you are the winner.
Yep.
Well done. You actually beat me.
Bravo.
I came in tied for second place. But
nice.
I can't. No.
Yeah.
So you got some swag coming your way. If you reach out to us, you can hit us up on any of the socials or send us an email at dancingwiththeodds@gmail.com and we'll, give us your contact info. We'll send you some cool stuff. So please reach out.
You can't get your stuff. You can't get our shit unless you reach out.
Yeah.
Or buy it.
Or, you could buy our shit, but you can get it for free.
We're going to pay for it and send it to you.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Why would you not want this?
So take our shit.
Take our shit. Reach out. Reach out for your shit.
It's free shit.
Okay, Rakija Brown. I'm probably, again, saying it completely wrong. Do you guys know how to pronounce
No, that looks right.
Yeah.
Looks right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. But 30-17, Bowl
That's
Mania.
pretty impressive.
That's really good.
That's impressive, man. That's pretty good. 47 bowls. So
yeah.
And
well
I want to
done there.
say that it was that they were down pretty low to begin with, and then right at the end, like those 17 came. Yeah, it came right at the beginning, and then towards the end of bowl season, just
went on a run, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't dig into their, which teams or which games they hit. So I wonder if the playoff games helped them.
I'm
probably sure picking the right teams and cool.
Well, and those first few bowl games are kind of throwaway games anyway.
Right.
So.
It's tough to tough to call, especially when
opt-outs and stuff.
Especially when you're picking spreads, because we're forced everyone to pick spreads. We are a gambling podcast, so you should be picking spreads, right?
Got to gamble.
Well, cool. So that's it. Let's start talking Super Bowl, guys. It's in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious. Kind of threw it on our little sheet here. I'm curious what everyone's picks are. Not who you like with your heart, right? I mean, I know a lot of people hate both teams or don't want either team. Or more people hate the Chiefs, I think, this year, which is really weird considering the Eagles are in there. But I'm just curious.
But
what
the
do you guys
Chiefs
got?
are like the new Patriots.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what happens when you win a lot.
People are just tired of them winning, and that's all there is to it. So, and you have a quarterback that flops and gets all the calls, and people aren't going to like that.
Somebody, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sounds like
and this is a rematch of just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So it's
So
the same old same kind of thing.
It's not the sexiest matchup in history. I am in no way. I hate both teams. I hate the Eagles. I really hate the Eagles. I'm tired of the Chiefs winning. If they win, great. Like, I will have witnessed history. That's marvelous.
Three-peat, first time it's ever. No one's ever even had an opportunity at a three-peat.
Right. And so
they've already made history. Right.
Great for them.
Yeah.
But
just to play for it.
It's like I don't know. I just don't care.
It's ho-hum.
I get it.
Yeah. But
I get it. But
I do care if my parlay will hit. So
I still want to hear you're dancing around it. Like, who's going to win the game, Shaun?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's winning. Okay. So is that you're just saying they're winning the game outright, or are you saying you're giving them a point?
Oh, they're winning outright.
Point now.
They're winning outright.
All right. I like it.
Aaron? How do you bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs?
Right.
I think somehow they come out with their three-peat.
Yeah. I think so too. That's where my money is right now. I do have a bet on them. I got them at 1.5, which isn't great, but those are the games they win. They win these.
It's a coin flip. I mean,
that's how they've been all season.
I have a prop for later, but they're gonna stay close or be losing for a while, and then they'll pull in. What will there be a call that helps them? I don't know, but
there will be. There'll be a phantom 3rd and 25 call that someone fell down, and
I think people see it more because they've been winning. But
it's a ridiculous.
I'm also I'm in this weird spot again I was in it 2 years ago. So Radon's team is the Chiefs. My dad's team is the Eagles, right? So that's why I'm wearing my fucking Cardinals hat right now. I'm just gonna be neutral. I almost bought. I was looking. Do you remember Kelsey's mom 2 years ago? She had the split jersey.
Yeah.
I was thinking about ordering something like that, but then I'm like, I'll wear it once, and it's
like
$80. Like this.
It's like a dance. It's like a dance outfit that I just, I bought a Chinese denim vest that I'm gonna wear one time.
Right. Exactly. There was a couple of those. Yeah. So that's where I'll be. It's just weird. When Radon and I, my wife, listeners, when we got married, we were both each other's 2.0 for marriages. Mm-hmm. So we had fun with our vows, and it was we will always support each other's teams. So technically, I should be rooting for the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
My dad's not listening to this. Dad, I'm rooting for the Eagles.
He will be. He's going to listen.
I'm going to be neutral. I'll be happy either.
Yeah.
Hoping for a good game. Two really good.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I mean, it might be a good game.
I think it will be.
I just want it to be like a super offensive explosion on both sides.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
No defense, just highlight after highlight after
Unfortunately, you got two really good defenses.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles' defense is no joke, man.
No, they're
good.
So.
Their defensive line is stout.
Yep.
Well, that Chiefs defensive line doesn't suck either. So
no,
it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. So there you go. So you got one Eagles, two Chiefs. We think will win. So we'll see what happens. I don't think I'd be there's no upsets in this game.
No.
Right.
And it's going to be close.
Unless it's a blowout. Like if either team gets blown out.
I don't see it being a blowout.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
That would be surprising. That's the only thing.
That would be the upset is a blowout. You're right. Yeah.
Correct. So anyways, go Cardinals. All right. I think it's time. This is why we're here.
Yeah.
Our architect, Shaun.
The chef.
He's been cooking this bad boy up all week.
Cooking big time today.
The sous chef.
This is literally the most research I've done all year. So
we'll see if it means anything.
This was literally about 3 hours of research, sitting, drinking coffee, watching my wife rhinestone costumes this morning after my son had his wisdom teeth pulled.
And you want to talk about excitement.
Yeah.
Rhinestoning costumes.
Rhinestoning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listeners, if you haven't done it or watched it.
To the point that my poor wife has tennis elbow from it.
Yeah.
So she's
it's insane.
She's got a brace on her arm now. It's just crazy.
So she's now doing the studio.
Yeah.
She is currently working on the production outfits.
Yeah.
So that's all the girls. That's not just
Eliza's. This is like 95 girls.
Yeah, we've got a folding table in the living room right now full of rhinestones and costumes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Radon did it for that. Well, Radon and Carrie both did it for high school, and it was like days of her.
Yeah,
like at the dining room, or not the dining room, but the coffee table. Just that was her station.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Dance Moms, Rhinestone Moms.
Yeah. Shout out to Dance Moms. You guys are awesome.
Amazing.
Excellent work.
So, but
see, listeners, rhinestoning. Maybe a new podcast coming.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, that's torture.
Let's get high on.
Listen to that.
Let's get high on glue and
actually
and rhinestone costumes.
All right.
Anyway,
bring it back in, guys. Let's
go.
We're gonna win.
This is what happens when we don't get together for a minute.
Right. So this is the last chance of the football season to get to our 10,000 goal. And with $5 from each of us into the pool, this will be a $15 bet overall. And at the current odds that I had this morning, and I'll hopefully still have those same or similar odds.
Better. I hope they're better.
Right.
Better. Let's go.
On Sunday, this currently is a plus 75,998 parlay, and it's one.
Basically a chip shot field goal.
Yeah, it's like.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I haven't counted all the legs, but there's a lot. So, first of all, I'm going to start off with Saquon Barkley. I could not find an area to pick who I thought was going to be the MVP for the game. I think Saquon's going to be the MVP for the Super Bowl.
It's a good pick.
And based upon and so based upon the parlay that I have picked, or the legs that I've picked for him, I think kind of speaks to the fact that I think he's going to be the MVP. So he has been on an absolute tear through the playoffs thus far, averaging well over 100 yards per game. He has the chance to break the all-time rushing record for the playoffs, beating the great John Riggins from the Washington Redskins, now the Commanders, of 610 yards in the postseason. I think he's just about 105 yards short. So
that's a lot of yards.
Yeah, I have him going for 110 plus rush yards. The Chiefs have been giving up over 150 yards rushing in the playoffs thus far, which is really surprising with their defense, but they have been an absolute sieve with the rush yards thus far in the playoffs. So he's the best running back in the game. I think he's going to torch the Chiefs defense himself. I think he's going to be a check down machine. I think that the Chiefs are actually going to get good pressure on Jalen Hurts during the game, so I think he's going to have to check down a few times. So I like over 1.5 receptions for Saquon.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
He's been averaging about 3
critical drops
receptions
this year. That's the only concern.
He's been averaging about 3 receptions a game during the playoffs thus far. So I see that continuing. I think he's going to be a major focal point for the Eagles in this game. And he's also been a touchdown scoring machine in the playoffs. So I think he's going to score a touchdown in this game as well. Kansas City's been averaging almost a 1 to 2 touchdowns to running backs in the playoffs thus far this postseason as well. So I think that just continues as well. So I think this game is really shaping up really strongly for Saquon to have a really, really strong game. And so hopefully all 3 of those legs hit because there's many more to come as well.
It's hard to argue against it.
Yeah. So
those are great picks.
Yeah. So the next leg I've got, there's a lot, so I'm going to talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. This is your baby.
Patrick Mahomes, under 250.5 passing yards. He hasn't hit this mark in the last 3 games and almost the last 5 games overall, but he has not been anywhere. Well, not anywhere near this, but his game, the closest he got was last game against the Bills. He got to 245. The Eagles' pass defense is stout. They're going to get to Mahomes. They're going to put pressure on him. I think it's going to be a lot of short passes and check down passes. So I don't think I see him really going ballistic when it comes to the passing yards. And so the Eagles' pass defense is number 2 overall. They're averaging 245 yards per game, and they've actually been around 200 yards per game in the playoffs thus far. And so I don't see Mahomes going over that 250-yard mark. So that'll be the next leg there. On the defensive side, Karlaftis. I really like watching this guy play. I don't like the Chiefs, but I like Karlaftis. He's a hardworking dude. He gets to the quarterback. He's always around, and Gunther Cunningham loves to blitz at all times. And so I think Karlaftis is going to get in there. And he's going to get a sack during the game. So I like that on that leg. The Swifties will like this pick here, the couple legs that I've got here. Travis Kelce, 6+ receptions, plus an anytime TD.
I love it.
This guy's made for the playoffs. He shines in the playoffs. His last game wasn't the strongest, but he's going against Owen Burks of the Eagles, who is a linebacker for the Eagles. And Burks is an absolute he doesn't defend well against tight ends, period. He has a 93% completion percent. So the times that the tight ends are targeted, the pass is completed 93% of the time if Owen Burks is covering that tight end. So that's going good. Against
that's good for the offense.
Right. So if going against one of the best tight ends to ever play the game, especially in the Super Bowl where he tends to do very, very well.
Yeah.
I like him getting a lot of targets, and I like him getting into the end zone in this game as well. And so he's going for the three-peat. Kelce's going to bring his A triple plus game. The girlfriend will be up in the stands or in the box, I'm sure. So, and I see a lot of check down passes for Mahomes in this game as well, especially with the strong Eagles defensive line. So, and Kelce has also scored a touchdown in 15 of his 21 playoff games. And so the odds are kind of in his favor on that as well. So I like those lines for Kelce in that.
So one thing on that, the other thing I really is this could be his last game as a professional.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's rumors, right? So, I mean, he's going to go out on top if he can.
He's going to play his ass off.
He's going to be playing his ass off. Exactly. So, I love this one, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the next one, like I said, I think I think Philadelphia is going to win. Kansas City hasn't covered the spread in about 11 games. And overall in the regular season, they were 9 for 9 against the spread. So they're terrible against the spread. I think Philadelphia is going to win the game outright. So I like Philadelphia. I think it's down to 1 now. You said, Dennis?
It's down to 1.
Right.
You can move it to 1.5.
So I had them at 1.5. I think Philadelphia is going to win outright, but I'm just not really confident on the money line. So I'm going to keep it at 1.5.
Yeah, I agree with that one because it's not going to change the odds too much.
Right. So the first half total currently is at 24.5. I like the over on this. And so Kansas City and Philadelphia are both averaging about 13 points in the first half in all of their playoff games thus far. Both teams exploded in the first half last week with Kansas City scoring 21 and Philadelphia scoring 27. this is going to be a bit of a defensive struggle, but I like at least both teams putting up about 2 touchdowns in the first half each. I foresee probably a 17-14 game and a half in favor of the Eagles. I'm not confident enough to say this is the correct score. And FanDuel wouldn't let me do that anyway, because I think it would put me into like the $1 million range if this would actually hit. So, so I think FanDuel was fighting against me because like this guy
take
really
our
knows,
money.
Yeah, he's like this guy really knows what he's talking about, so we can't let him do this. And so, so I like the first half over 24.5.
He must
for
be
the
a
first
bookie.
half. Yeah. Yeah. So, but like I said, I see a 17-14 first half in favor of the Eagles. So quote me on that. Hopefully I'm right.
Also, a thing to...
Well, it's recorded, so...
Yeah. There you go.
I think to remember about that is this is played in a dome, which is you know, usually going to be a faster field.
Right.
More up-tempo. It's going to be paced.
And there are other games where in unfavorable conditions in northern climates too. So absolutely.
Yep. This is gonna lead well to a high. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
Yeah. So next one, sticking with the tight ends, Dallas Goedert, also a great tight end, has been doing and playing marvelously in the playoffs thus far as well. He's been averaging about 6 receptions per game. Kansas City has one of the worst defenses against tight ends. And if you look at all of their matchups throughout the regular season and even into the postseason, Kansas City actually had the 5th worst defense against tight ends when it came to fantasy points. And so they were averaging about 8 targets per game with 6 receptions per game to tight ends against them. And so now you have Dallas Goedert into the game. I think there's going to be a lot of checkdowns on both sides. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of checkdowns on both sides of the ball with both Kansas City and Philadelphia. And I see the tight ends playing a major role in this game. And so I like Dallas Goedert with 5+ receptions and also with over 49.5 yards receiving. Kansas City on average is giving up about 70 yards receiving to tight ends throughout the year and even in the postseason. And I see this continuing throughout the through this game as well. So another couple good lines. I really like the tight ends in this game as well. Devontae Smith, a very speedy receiver for the Eagles, a Heisman winner. He's really been kept in check in the last 3 games. He's had under 50 yards receiving in his past 3 games, including the regular season and in the playoffs. And his last game that he had that was solid, he had 120 yards receiving against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are terrible. And the Kansas City defense, I think, is really going to hone in on him because I think they're going to really try hard to prevent any big plays and those types of things, especially in the dome situation like you were mentioning, Aaron. And so I like Devontae Smith under 52.5 yards receiving for that line. And then last but not least, Jalen Hurts for the team that I believe is going to win the Super Bowl, unfortunately. Over 36.5 yards rushing. Kansas City's defense, they're going to blitz the hell out of him during this game. And so I think there's going to be a lot of attempts for him for rushing. And I think he had 16 rush attempts last game. He averaged about a yard and a half per carry. This game I see more probably along the lines of 3 to 4 yards per carry. Maybe even longer, just depends upon kind of the situation. And so I really like over 36.5 yards rushing for Hurts in this game as well, just with all the pressure that's going to be on him. I think he's going to have to either check down or he's just going to have to tuck it and start to run. It's the last game of the season. I don't see him ducking out of bounds. They're going to be fighting for every yard and doing everything that they can. And so that's the last line I have there. I didn't count all of them, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Lucky number 13. That is a 13-leg parlay.
I like it.
Freaking perfect. I like it.
75,998.
I'm shocked that only wins $11,000.
I'm
$15 wins $11,398. If this hits, we will have succeeded in our $10,000 goal.
Boom! I'm feeling good about it.
And if this works, then we're never betting on a game until the Super Bowl next year, and then I'll just have
we'll just talk shit every week.
Talk shit and
we'll have to evolve our format.
Yeah,
which is fine. We can do it.
Awesome. You said you were going to start cooking one up, and you did it. You came through. So thank you for putting all this together.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I speak for Aaron when we say we fully back it. So
this is like great. A five-star meal.
Yeah, it was so good. I'm so content right now.
All right.
That's great stuff. So let's put it in. So are we gonna be able to travel over to Iowa legally?
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
There it is.
I will be near the border tomorrow when Creighton beats Marquette.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
I'll be over there.
There you go. All right, you heard it, folks. Plus 75,998 are the odds on this.
That's it. There's nothing to it.
Seems easy.
You said a chip shot.
Yeah.
Chip shot field goal in a dome.
Better odds in the lottery. I mean, come on.
So you know what? Do we want to get into other props now? Like, if you guys looked at anything? I know I threw a couple things down.
Yeah, I'm looking at the ones that you got down here.
These are just the ones that stood out to me that I'm like, I haven't put money on any of them yet, but thinking about some of it. National anthem, that's always fun to do, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my notes. I feel like that's the one I most thought into, but so the over-under on the national anthem is 120 seconds.
Who's singing it?
It is John Batiste. I don't know this guy. I don't know him.
He used to be the band leader for Stephen Colbert.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a New Orleans native. Plays the piano. He's not going to be singing this thing fast.
No.
Like
piano players don't sing fast.
Singing it fast, right? There's actually another. I put it in here. There's actually another prop. It's minus 400 that he's going to be playing the piano. They actually made it a prop. So there is a chance he might not, is the point here, but it seems like pretty good odds that he will. So some other stuff that goes along with that is that the over is hit 4 straight times, including the last 2 performances where the over-under was at least 119 seconds.
Another question, sorry. Is there a prop if he plays the melodica?
I did.
It's a harmonica with a piano attached to it, and he played that on the Colbert Show.
That sounds awesome. So he didn't have the attachment Billy Joel style.
No,
he had to attach.
It's like a. Oh God, I wish I. It looks like a
melodica. We'll have a link to it.
It's a
in the show notes, guys. Yeah. So we're all going to learn about the melodica. I mean, Stephen Colbert fans probably already know about it.
It's a piano you blow into.
That's fantastic.
For lack of a better way to put it.
No, why can't you understand?
It's a blowable piano.
A blowable. It says "blow me" on it.
Blow here.
Blow here. It's fantastic. All right, so the over seems kind of cool. Coin toss is always fun to bet on, just because if not, right?
Yeah.
Minus 102.
Tails never fails.
Well, it has 3 of the past 4 times. Heads is 1. So tails is
this year is tails.
It's tails, got to be right. The other one, I don't know that I like it, and I really do Shaun on the scoring in this game. But first quarter ends 0-0 is plus 900.
Wow,
that is which tells you that Vegas thinks the same as us.
So the other thing I wanted to put on this parlay that I just went over, there is a
whatever it is, you should.
There is a line for that each team scores in every quarter of the game, and it's like plus 2,000.
Oh my God, we might win $1 million.
But they wouldn't let me put it in there because they knew I was on the right.
No, we got to keep it at 13. Lucky 13.
There you go. There you go.
Podcast name, maybe show name. No interceptions. I really like this one. I heard some Mahomes. They haven't thrown a pick since November. And they've combined only 1 in their past 16 postseason games.
Nice.
They don't throw a lot of interceptions in the postseason or at all.
No.
So plus 200 on that. I was like, I might put a couple bucks on that.
Yeah.
Plus 200. Xavier Worthy. All right. So I didn't put it on here, but when I was looking at MVP odds earlier, and I'll get to this one in a second, he is like plus 3,100 to win MVP. I don't know that he will, but it's almost like might be kind of a fun bet because he's a home run hit, right?
Oh, yeah.
He is so fast. He could take one of those little check down passes and take it to the house.
Right.
He does something like that and maybe adds another touchdown on one of those ridiculous gadget plays that the Chiefs like to do. Outside chance he wins an MVP, right? So something to look at. I'm not saying put all your money on it, but kind of a fun bet, right? One of those.
Yeah, feasibly he touches the ball 3 times and he becomes
the
MVP.
Yeah, because he's one of those types of players that can do it.
Right.
But I do like the Xavier Worthy 1st to 10 rushing yards. Yeah, it's at 25-1 right now. Because if they get the ball first, and for what we just said, right, he does an end around or does some ridiculous, gets 12-yard carry, boom, he's the first 10 yards.
Right.
Kareem Hunt also has 1st to 20 yards at plus 450. This all goes out the window if Eagles get the ball first, because I think it's going to be a Barkley heavy type of game, right? So all the points you've already outlined.
Right.
And then this other one goes to what I was saying. We all kind of were, right? Is Eagles first half. They win the first half. Chiefs win outright. That's plus 700.
Wow.
It's kind of the Chiefs' MO.
Yeah.
They're usually not winning in the first half, right? They pull it out some BS win
somehow.
At the end. And then the other one would be the first half tie, and then Chiefs win. So those are things. And then everyone's favorite is the Gatorade bath color.
Nice.
Right? Orange is plus 500. Okay. Plus 500. Popular money is purple. Purple is plus 225. That's what the last 2 seasons were. That's what got dumped on Reed. Purple. Orange is the sleeper and the most used flavor of the past 15 Super Bowls, including Mahomes' first time. So
I'm going to switch it up and go orange. Yeah.
The last one, and I'll shut up, that I don't have on our sheet here is Butker. So the line for over under field goals is only 1.5 in a dome with an offense that likes to kick field goals.
Yeah.
Right.
It's minus 195 though. So they're expecting it to hit.
Right.
But it's like plus 130 for 2.5.
Wow.
So that might be something to look at, right? Because the Chiefs, they're going to take the points. They don't.
Yeah.
That's just how they are. Like, yep, get the 3, get the 3, get the 3.
Right.
The Eagles are a little different when it comes to that.
They love to go for it. Yeah.
Get the push, right? So those are the props that stood out to me that are kind of fun to look at.
Yeah.
I'll probably throw a few bucks on some of them.
Ditto.
Did I just kill it?
Yeah, nailed it.
Ditto.
Yeah, I didn't.
Ditto. Love it.
I didn't look at anything.
Guys?
I'm wearing my baseball shirt. So
You're ready.
I'm ready for spring training next week.
Next week,
Nice.
baby.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm ready. I'm ready for baseball. Arizona might be decent this year.
Kind of the reasons we talked earlier. It's just kind of a meh Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, it's
the only reason I have
no better than college football. So I don't.
Right. Well, the Cubs aren't going to be good this year, so I don't care. It's fine.
Royals might.
I want to say that the Cubs had pretty good odds for making the playoffs this year because Milwaukee lost like 2 or 3 of their key players.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
St. Louis will be a little bit better than they have been. But...
Boo St. Louis.
Yeah.
Boo you.
We had our one.
Man.
We had our one good year, so it's probably another 100 years of insignificance. So
it's a long time.
It is. But I got to see it, so
yeah.
You did. That was awesome. I was definitely because I had to because I was married and it was in my house. Same reason I'm rooting for the Chiefs. Okay.
There you go.
We're weird.
Well, if it wasn't for right on, you wouldn't have anything to root for.
Yeah.
I probably would still root for the Chiefs because I've been a Mahomes fan since college. That's awesome.
Arizona State made a hell of a run at the end of the season here.
Man, that was
CFP.
That was a lot of fun. They played great.
It was close.
They were going to beat Texas, man.
They should have.
Fun to see a Scatterboo.
There was some stupid calls that
Scatterboo should absolutely be in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
I know he will be. It'll just be fun to see where he goes. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I would love it if he landed with Arizona, man. All the Cardinals fans are like, please let him fall to us. But they got, I don't know, they don't really need running backs, but
right.
So what? Get the best player on the board.
Just take him.
I was gonna say if he's the best player available and when it comes up, why not?
You never know. But yeah, so they're actually recruiting really to stay. That really, I mean, they recruited well last year, which helped them, and then they had all that success. And Dillingham's just going nuts right now. He just got the highest rated tight end since like 04.
Oh, nice.
He has some 5-star out of California. So it's working. It's funny how that happens, right?
He knows what to look for when he's recruiting them. And they had that special that they had before for the football playoff selection show. He had a little bit of a special, and they were just kind of asking him, you know, how he was able to turn everything around so quickly, and he basically just said, paraphrasing, that he just looks for those players that when we bring them in on a visit, if guys are playing ping pong and you know they're getting whooped, that guy's not leaving the table until he at least gets his licks in. So he's just looking for that mentality.
Yep. And that was Scatterboo to a T, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Didn't get no D1, T1, you know, that kind of thing. Just has that chip on his shoulder, wants to run you over. And Sam Levitt's like that. I feel like Sam Levitt didn't. I mean, biased, but he didn't get as much credit as everyone's like Scatterboo because he should have gotten. But Levitt was a freshman.
Yeah,
right.
Played great. I mean, I know he threw the interception that ended the game, but
still,
I mean,
it should have never came to that.
No,
it shouldn't have. I mean, there was a targeting call that was even reviewed and missed, but don't get upset, Aaron. Damn it.
Sorry.
I don't think I sat down the whole second half. I was like pacing the living room, you know.
Yeah.
I was mad. I can only imagine that you were.
All of
very
you guys,
upset.
Everyone I've ever known was texting like, "Oh my God, you must be freaking out." Yes, I'm fucking freaking out. Stop texting me.
Leave me alone. Stop talking to me. Awesome.
All right. Well, the only thing, anything else, guys, on Super Bowl or anything we need to chat about? We're gonna win this fucking thing. We're gonna win money. We're gonna hit our goal. I love it.
Hope so.
Absolutely love it. So awesome.
Hit our goal and pay for our way to Austin.
Yes.
That's right, fans. We are all going to Austin for the U.S. Grand Prix Formula One in October. So this would
a good time to bring up
maybe better seats.
Good time to bring up stateside speed.
You said that, and Shaun was going to say.
Try to get back on a more regular schedule than we had been last year. We started off strong, and then
I think football kind of got in the way.
It did, and I mean the F1 season
and everything else
was from March through December. So, but the goal is to start. We're kind of talking before we came online here. Trying to start the show right around the time that testing starts at the end of this month in February. So after all the teams have been able to release their liveries for the season, I think it's going to be a really exciting year. I don't think Red Bull is going to be the dominant force that they were the past couple of years. Last year they really weren't either. It was just Max.
Yep.
Checo had a really poor year for them anyway. But now you've got Liam Lawson I'm not going to divulge into this too much, but there's a lot of change. Probably one of the best drivers ever, besides Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton driving for Ferrari now is a really big deal.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And so, and a lot of young drivers coming up too. So, things we'll talk about. We'll probably have a season preview probably at the end of this month, if not the beginning of March, and hopefully we can have you guys involved as well. But just if you're interested in Formula One, or if you're not and you want to learn more about it, check out the show. We try to dumb it down for as much as we can, and
we need to, so we could
right. Yeah, but it's a great time. It's a really cool sport, and it's fun to watch. And I feel like more and more people are getting into it in the United States. So I think this is a really good opportunity to grow the show and to grow the fan base. So
no, thanks, Shaun. That's
and great. Also like a full circle there. Do you have a bet that you're going to place before the season starts?
Oh, that's a great.
Yeah, Lando Norris, world champion.
Perfect.
You know what the odds are on that?
I haven't looked yet, but I'm putting $100 on it. So
I'll tell that.
Whatever it is, it's $100 on it. Done.
So I don't care what it is.
One of the things remind me saying, Shaun, that we've all talked about too is just consistency, right? We're going to try our best. So one thing that we've kind of learned, this is the end of, I guess, pseudo end of the second season for Dancing with the Odds, but it's just we have some better software now, right? We have ways that we can record a little easier now, just things that we've learned. So we don't always all have to be here. I mean, we prefer it, especially for this show. It's better with the three of us. But like for Shaun's Stateside Speed, if Aaron and I, both of us or either of us aren't available, we can still blast forward, right? Shaun's show, we're going to keep moving forward and getting shows out to everybody so we can keep that content coming, keeping it fresh, right? So that might help us a little bit with keeping shows going out, right?
And we're on the socials with Stateside as well as Dancing with the Odds. So if you like one and you like us both, subscribe and like both, please. That would be greatly appreciated. So
I'll go ahead and just plug mine. So I started another little side podcast here. I'm kind
Dennis, you had something too, right?
I'm a bit of an EV enthusiast, I guess, but I love electric vehicles. On my second electric vehicle that I own right now, and so I kind of started a little podcast. It's just fun. It's called Electrify Weekly. Just kind of go dive into some of the top stories from from the previous week in the electric vehicle world, and maybe green energy kind of related type stuff. So check it out. It's also under the Rad Dad Network. Podcasts are available. So if you have 5 or 10 minutes to listen to a podcast and you enjoy electric vehicles, give it a listen. And there's probably some other things in development that I don't know that we're ready to take the wraps off yet, but I think Aaron might have one or two.
Yeah. Work on something here. We'll be bringing some new content, a little diversity outside of sports, perhaps. But
I like it.
Stay tuned.
I like it. Cool. It'll be fun. Well, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. I think we're set. Super Bowl weekend. Thanks for joining us for another fun season. This will probably be the last regular podcast, but we'll probably do a couple fun things. Before the start of football season.
March Madness is a month away.
Great. Yep.
So can talk
either
about
way,
that.
We will be back. So make sure, as we said, follow us on the socials. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, please.
Yes, please.
Subscribe on there.
Get to 100.
Grow unless you subscribe.
Yep.
That's right. And then you could always see what other podcasts are available. You just go to raddadnetwork.com and it's all on there. So awesome. Well, without further ado, you guys got anything else to say?
Nope.
I don't think so, no.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Let's win this bet.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.